Hello everyone, in today's video we will be talking about the perimeter and area of the three shapes that you can see here. So the square, the rectangle, and the triangle. But the new thing that we're going to be doing is we are going to be adding units of measurement. So they're no longer just 6 or 3.2 or 15 or 6,000. Now they are 6 centimeters, 3.2 meters. So we're going to have to deal with that. And we'll see how. So let's get started with the perimeters for each shape. So for the first one, we know that squares have all their sides equal. So since this side is 6 centimeters, this side will be 6 centimeters, and so will this side and this side. They're all 6 centimeters, right? So what I'm going to have to do to find the perimeter is add all four sides together. So 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6, or 4 times 6. 4 times 6 makes 24. Again, I did 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6, because there are four sides that are all 6. But they're not just 6, they're 6 centimeters. So my result is also going to be in centimeters. So my result is going to be 24 centimeters. After adding all of these up, I get 24 centimeters. Next up, we have this one, but here we have a problem now because this side is given to us in meters, whereas this side is given to us in decimeters. Before continuing, I need to convert one of the two into the other. Now, I'm going to convert the meters into decimeters. You could have gone the other way, but I am going to do this because I prefer to go down the ladder so as to multiply, which is kind of easier than dividing. So I'm going to be going one step down, meaning I have to multiply by 10, and this will become 32 decimeters. And now I can just erase this if I want to because I've done the conversion. So this side is 32 decimeters, meaning this side is going to be 32 decimeters. Because in rectangles, the long sides are the same and the small sides are the same. So this up here is going to be 15 decimeters. And now to find the perimeter, I just need to add all of these together. Well, 32 and 32 gives me 64. 15 and 15 gives me 30, so I need to do 64 and 30, which gives me 94. 94 what? 94 decimeters, because they're all in decimeters. Next up, we want to find this perimeter, but here we have a problem. This is given to us in meters, whereas the other two are given to us in millimeters. Now we could go and turn these millimeters into meters, or we could just turn this one into millimeters. Since the other two are given to us in millimeters, it's a lot easier. So to go from meters to millimeters, I multiply by 1,000 because I'm going 3 steps down the ladder. So 8 times 1,000 would give me 8,000. Millimeters. So this side is 8,000 millimeters, this side is 6, and this side is 9. Actually, this side should be 10. Sorry for that. Okay, great. So now I add all of these up. So I have 8 and 6 gives me 14, and 10 gives me 24. So my result is going to be 24,000 millimeters. And here's where things begin to get tricky. because now we want to find the area. But, as you may have already noticed, we have never done multiplication between units of measurement before. There's a reason for that. When I multiply units of measurement, I don't get the exact same thing. So it's not like I'm going to do 6 centimeters times 6 centimeters here to find this area. Because remember, in a square, you just have to multiply 2 of the sides. So it's not like I'm just going to do 6 centimeters times 6 centimeters gives me 36 centimeters. Yay! No, sorry, that's not how this goes. And the reason for that is that there are units of measurement. No, this isn't how this goes. Because by multiplying these units of measurement with each other, what we actually get, instead of centimeters, is square centimeters. Why? Let's try and explain this in the best way possible. Here we say that this line is 6 centimeters. So that means that, let's say, 1 centimeter, 2 centimeters, 3 centimeters, 4, 5, 6. Okay? And again, this side is the same. 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are too big. This isn't exact, obviously, since they're not actually connecting, as you can see. 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Now, we're multiplying these with each other, right? Let's say I was doing 1 centimeter times 1 centimeter, okay? Since I'm multiplying this, what I'm basically getting is the area of this little square. And this little square is a square with sides of 1 centimeter. Thus, this is called a square centimeter. Now, by multiplying 6 centimeters times 6 centimeters, what I'm going to be getting is 36 square centimeters. So let's do it like this. Let's say it was like, and now up this way. Each of these little boxes that I'm creating, and if I had a ruler, this would be more accurate, but you get the point. Each of these little boxes that I'm making is a square that has sides that are exactly 1 centimeter, and this should be, now if I put this here, it's not going to look like a square at all. So I'm going to move this a little bit further to the right. So here. Okay, it wasn't exact, but I think you get the point. Each of these, I think you get the point, meaning that you understand that if I had a ruler and I could do this a little more precisely, these squares would be all exactly the same. Each of these squares is supposed to represent a square that has sides of 1 centimeter. Therefore, they are each called a square centimeter. So this entire box, this entire square, is 36 of these boxes, so 36 square centimeters. So that's why I say 36 square centimeters. If I was multiplying meters, so 6 meters times 6 meters, I'd say that I'd have 36 square meters. If I was multiplying decimeters, so 6 decimeters times 6 decimeters, I'd say that I get 36 square decimeters. Let's see an example of that. To find the area of this rectangle, I'm going to have to do 32 decimeters times 15 decimeters. So 32, let's write that down. 32 decimeters times 15 decimeters. Now, I'm going to do the result, the multiplication 32 times 15 down here real quick. So 32 times 15 and what do we get? 5 times 2 is 10. 5 times 3 is 15. So 16 because I carried 1 over. And then 32. And then I add. So I get 0, 8, 4. So my result is 480. I should actually write this below here because there's no room. 480 square decimeters. Let me just erase this. So my result is 480 square decimeters. Why square decimeters? Because I multiplied decimeters with decimeters. Next up, here we go. How do we find the area of this triangle? So if you remember, we've talked about this before, finding the area of a right triangle, and how I do that is by multiplying the small side, so in this case 6,000, times the medium side, so 8,000, and then taking the half of whatever I find. So right now, I'm going to do 8,000 times 6,000, and then take the half of that. Divide this by 2. But again, don't forget, these aren't just numbers, they are units of measurement. So if I do 8,000 times 6,000, what I'm going to get is 48. And let's put the dots in. I'm going to get 48 million what? Because I'm multiplying millimeters with millimeters, I'm going to get square millimeters. And I need to divide this by 2. So let's actually write divide by 2 here. So 48 million divided by 2, just think 48 divided by 2, the half of 48, just 24, not just 24, 24 million. What? 24 million square meters. Millimeters, sorry. And that's how we find the area of these shapes. So try and do the worksheets that you guys have for tomorrow and Thursday, and I will see you again on Friday when we solve your worksheets together. Bye.